Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
Alrighty, we're just trying to get our overlays up and running, but I think after that we should be good to go. I don't know why they just shut off on me. Oh, I know why. Never mind.
Okay, Adam, qualifying time. Let's do our best. The pit speed limit is 30. Okay, going silent.
Sorry about that. That is my crew chief that I have behind the scenes. I don't know if you guys picked up on him or not. If you did, sorry. Qualifying is underway here as you got the 66 out there on track. I'm trying to, as we speak, get this overlay up and running. So we all know what's going on the track. There it goes. Okay. All right, working on my end. Now we'll see if we can get it on the streams, and there we go. Jonathan out there in his 21 machine, having a great run so far this season of Coast to Coast. Great runs last night. Had hard charger last race, if I remember correctly, getting up there into second. Looks like everybody's got the qualifying time done there. Now we're going to get started at heat number 1. Who's ready to go for this tonight? Looks like we're only going to have one heat. Brian Dickens will start on pole with Mason Hine there in second, driving at number 89. Row number 2 to the inside of Canada, the 16 of Matt Barber will start third. William Watson to his outside there, starting fourth, and the number 23. Row number 3 on that inside to 280. Jeff Sharp starts fifth tonight with the 099 of Billy Roberts starting sixth. Jacob Morris in the 411 starting in seventh tonight. Ryland Banks in the 76 starting in eighth. And rounding out the field is Clay Christopherson in the ninth position, driving the 051. Here we are, coming there off the corner. 8 laps the distance here in your heat. Down the back straightaway. Everybody lined up side by side. Sponsorship available here for the Pro Late models. Coast to Coast really would like to have some sponsors come aboard. You'll get your logo there on all the your logo and name announced throughout the broadcast. Here in the outfield are 1 and 2. Mason back to third, but he's going to run here to get around Hine. Can't quite get there. Hine takes the shot off the top of the side. Coming off of turn 4. 7 laps to go. Coming off of turn 2 now. Here comes William Watson. Looking to the inside of Barber. Jeff Sharp, he's back here in a fifth. Jacob Morris, he's in sixth. Billy Roberts hanging around there in seventh. Ryland Banks in the 76 on pit road. Clint Christopherson not taking the grid here. And we got Mason Hines still hanging on to second, right behind Brian Dickens and Matt Barber there in third. That keeps rolling down the back, or down the front straightaway here through 1 and 2. Everybody single file here tonight. 5 laps to go here for your heat race. Now 4 to go as they come across the line. Dickens has company from Mason High. Mason looking up there to the high side. Couldn't quite get there. William Watson back there in third. Just kind of hanging out for right now. Matt Barber there in fourth. Here comes Watson. He's going to slide in. Where did Hine go? Hine ended up falling back 2 spots there as Barber got around him there as well. Barber coming back up into third. And they come off of turn 4, 2 laps to go. Brian Dickens out there in the front. Driving a 122. Watson there second. Matt Barber there third. Mason Hine back here in fourth. As they keep it rolling down through off of the back straightaway. Down through 1 and 2. Final lap for Brian Dickens as he works through turn 3 and 4. White checker hits that front. Gets the win here for the heat race at Lucas Oil for your Pro Late models here this Thursday night. For Thursday Night Thunder of Coast to Coast Racing Network. Here bringing you it is Fleeger Farm TV on the pole. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we only had 1 heat race. We actually got 2. Here is heat number 1 results. Brian Dickens getting that win. William Watson second. Matt Barber third. Mason Hine fourth. Jacob Morris there in fifth. Jeff Sharp sixth. Billy Roberts there in seventh. Ryland Banks in eighth. Clay Christopherson there in ninth. Your starting grid for heat number 2. Justin Haslett starting out there on pole in the 227 to his outside. The 027 on Brian Elsie. Here in third, Jonathan Tahophagen there in the number 21. Starting third, Trevor Guru in fourth in the 075. Row number 3, inside to 17. Shane Billings will roll off in fifth tonight with Mike Weed in the 066. Starting sixth. The 87 A&D Patton's going to start in seventh tonight with Donnie Badu, is that the Badu there in 8th? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hopefully I don't butcher that too bad. Let me know if I do, so we can fix that. Off the corner they come. Crew late models down here in corner number 1. Dice flies off a turn 2. Jonathan making a great shot down there on the bottom side underneath Ryan Elsie. Now he's trying to see if he can get at the lead as he slides it up the racetrack. Hold it down enough to give room for the 227. And they go off of 2. Heat number 2 down here off into 3. Jonathan now out there to the front. Shane Billings back here in 2nd. Oslet falls back in the 3rd. Now Billings, he's going to go and slide it on up there. Give a little bit of roughness there to the 21 of Jonathan. Coming there off corner number 3 and 4. Shane Billings out there to the lead. Here comes the 75T down there on the bottom side. Or what? Yeah, that is the 75T. There, Trevor Guru, who's out to the front now, getting around Shane Billings. Tight race there. Off a turn 4, 5 laps to go. All these drivers really trying to dive it in there. The 227 really dove it in there. Slides up the racetrack there to the high side. There you see Brian Elsie there in a 5th position. Mike Weeda, Andy Patton back here a little farther through the pack. Trevor Guru out there in front, leading the way. Shane Billings and Jonathan fighting for that 2nd position. Shane's up there on the top side. Jonathan down there on the inside. Who's got that better run coming off turn 4? Right now it is that of Jonathan. Billings, though, hang on to the top side as they roll down through the back straightaway. Through the middle of the turn, Shane Billings hangs on there. Trevor Guru up there to the top side. But Jonathan, he's doing a great job down there on the bottom. Trevor Guru, not a lap to go to get the win here in heat number 2. Here through 3 and 4 for that 75T from Full Throttle Motorsports. Trevor Guru will take the win here for heat number 2. Your heat 2 results going to be coming in here in just a moment. Heat number 2 results. Trevor Guru getting that win. Jonathan Hofagen there in 2nd. Sorry. Shane Billings there 3rd. Justin Haslett there 4th. Brian Elsie there 5th. Mike Weeda at 6th. Tony Thibodeau there in 7th. Andy Patton in 8th. All right, we'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. Your main event coming up.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
All right, here we are. Got the starting grid up here. There we got Brian Dickens starting on pole in the 122. Trevor Guru in the 075 starting second. Row number 2 inside the 23 of William Watson starts third. Jonathan Sahoffagen there in a fourth. Matt Barber in fifth. Driving in number 16 starts fifth. Shane Billings there in the 17 starts sixth. Mason Hine in the 89 starts seventh. Justin Haslett there in the 227 starts eighth. Jake Forrest there in row number 5 inside the 411 starting ninth. Ryan Elsie in the 027 there starting 10th and 11. Jeff Stark in the number 280. The 066 Mike Weeda starts 12th tonight. 13th starts the 099 Billy Roberts there, and Donnie there to his outside in 14th in the 326. 15th to 76 Ron Banks will be starting there as Andy Patton starts his outside in the 87. In 16th, Craig Gustafson rounds out your field in the 051. Now they come to the green flag. They're down and away. 30 laps the distance here tonight for your Thursday Night Thunder up off of corner number 2. Down the back straightaway as they slide it on down here now out of the corner as they're side by side. You can see Jonathan trying to work his way up there to the front. Right now working underneath of Watson at the 3 wide. Barber down there on the inside. Watson ends up getting that great run there on the outside to get himself around Jonathan. Jonathan on the inside here. They work down the front straightaway. Contact between Jonathan and Matt Barber. And now they work on a turn number 2. Higgins up there in front, leading the way. But company from that 75T. Trevor Guru down there. Great before. Going to get to the outside there of Guru. Jonathan, though, great run there for him. Down there on the inside. They work there through turn 3 and 4. The corner. Back. Morris there. Or Justin Havlet, sorry. Back there in. Ten. Eddie Watson there hanging on to third as Jonathan got around him. Now sets his sights on Brian Dickens, who's out there in the front. We got a few heavy hitters here tonight. Trevor Guru gonna have to find his groove here that he had there in Heat 1. Your Heat winner starting on pole, I believe I have it correct. Maybe not. Brian Dickens started on pole, sorry. Brian Dickens got the great finish there in Heat number 1. Trevor Guru had Heat number 2, so that's why he's starting there started there in second outside pole, I believe. That's how I believe it ended up. Take a quick look here and make sure I have the incorrect, as Trevor Guru did get Heat number 2. And Brian Dickens had Heat number 1, so yeah, they were your front row, but Trevor Guru falls back here through the pack as Jonathan, Watson, and Barber all battle there in front of them. Up there now off of the corner, Jonathan getting a great run down there on the bottom side. Down there against them tires. You don't want to hit them tires, but that seems to be where the quick line can be if you can sneak that car down there as close as you can to them infield tires. He gets up there side by side down through turn 1 and 2. 19 laps to go as Jonathan and Brian Dickens battle it out there at the front. Watson back there in third, watching this all unfold there in front of him. Trevor Guru now working underneath of a Barber. If he can get the nose there, can't quite. As he's up there on the top side of 1 and 2. Maybe a little bit high there. We'll see here how that plays out for him. They're now working off of turn number 4. Out across the stripe, 17 laps to go. Here for Brian Dickens as he leads the way out there in the front. Brian Dickens might have his hands full here with Jonathan right there underneath him now. Got another run coming at him as it come there off turn number 4. Jonathan once again down to the bottom side. Really hugging that inside line. Up there now off of turn 2. Jonathan there working on the bottom. Brian Dickens on the top side. Watson watching all this unfold in front of him as they work through turn 1 and 2. Dickens up there on the high side. Jonathan getting a great run there through 1 and 2, but couldn't quite get the run he needed to outbeat that run off of 2 from that outside line. There you see them side by side once again. Dickens sliding through turn 1 and 2. And now Jonathan can clear them as they work here in the 3 and 4. And they hang on to it. Dick ends up into the outside wall after getting into the back of Jonathan. Take a look at it here on the pole instant replay. There you see him up there on the top side of the racetrack, working there through turn 3 and 4, and just ends up there into the outside barrier, and I actually think he gets hooked up there. iRacing wall reaching out and hooking him so he couldn't even get off if he tried. Billy Roberts back there in 10th now. William Watson sitting on 2nd. Matt Barber there 3rd. Trevor Guru there in 4th. There you see Shane Billings down there on the inside this time with Jacob Morris, who is outside. Going to get lined back up here and get ready to go. Lights are off. Pace car pulls off. Hands the control over to Jonathan. There, side by side, working down there out of the front stretch in through turn 3 and 4. Green flag is out there, down and away. Come down in the corner, number 1 and 2. Watson out there on the high side. Guru there on the high side as well, trying to get around Barber. Will do so there on that high side as Barber fights on the bottom side. Here comes that 411 though through the middle of the racetrack of Jacob Morris. There to his inside is the 17 of Shane Billings. Mason Hine down there on the bottom as he works there now up off the corner through turn 3 and 4. The 99 Robert up there on the top side. The 28 there, or the 280 of Jim Sharp, working through the middle with Roberts there above him. Hazlitt looking underneath. 11 laps to go here as they work through turn 3 and 4, coming around to make it 10 laps to go here at Lucas Oil here tonight. Down there on the bottom side, Jonathan Tehophagen staying strong. Hitting his marks down there on the bottom as Watson's up there on the top side. Guru back to the bottom, trying to see if he can get around Watson down there on the bottom side. Taking some cues there from Jonathan. Nobody's been able to catch Jonathan here the last couple of laps as we got drivers all over the place bouncing in and out back here into position. There you see the 326 there of Donnie. Donnie working there. Now we got a caution here for the second time. This time with Jacob Morris and Shane Billings. And the 41 is upside down. Coming there off the corner. Corner 1 and 2. Jonathan down there on the bottom side. Watson up there to the high side. Trevor Guru there in 3rd. Matt Barber 4th. Keep it sliding there. You see Mason Hine down there in the bottom. Gets into the bottom tire. And work there off the corner. Jonathan there on the bottom side, working that bottom groove. Big work there now through turn 3 and 4, 7 laps to go. Watson trying to get up there to the 21. Jonathan, Trevor DeRue's there in third. Matt Barber in a fourth. Mason Hine there fifth. Keep it rolling there out of the turn number 2. There comes Barber trying to get a run here. Couldn't quite get it done. Jeff Sharp hanging strong here in 6th. Billy Roberts there in 7th. As they work down that back straightaway, you see Watson up there to the top side. Jonathan there on the bottom side, but where he's strongest all night long here. Down there against them infield tires as they now work off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Trevor DeRue out here in a third. Watson still hangs on to that top side where he feels most comfortable. 3 laps to go here at Lucas Oil for your pro late models here tonight. Waiting on a sponsor for these guys. Definitely would appreciate it. If you're interested in talking to C2C about, or Coast to Coast about sponsorship opportunities, you can find them at C2CRL.com. Again, that is C2CRL.com. And that is the number 2, folks. The number 2. So C, number 2, not spelled out, number 2, CRL RL.com. Jonathan still out there. No, he's up there into the high stuff. He'll end up there after he takes the win here tonight at Lucas Oil. Great run there by Jonathan to bring home the checker flag. We'll go ahead back here and watch the white flag lap. Yeah, I got distracted here for a moment with something else, apparently. I see Jonathan down there on the bottom side coming here to the white flag. Watson there on the high side, going to try to make it run. Jonathan hangs tough down there on the bottom side, up off the corner. Stay strong once again. Turn number 4. Watson brings a run, but can't quite get there. Jonathan's going to hold him off, and it's going to be Jonathan for that victory here at Lucas Oil tonight in the number 21 Pro Late Model. Your results are going to be coming right up. Jonathan Hoffagen there getting that win. William Watson second. Trevor DeRue there in third. Matt Barber in fourth. Mason Hine there fifth. Jeff Sharp finishes 6th tonight. Seventh going to Billy Roberts. Mike Weeda 8th. Brian Elsie there in 9th. Ryland Banks 10th. Donnie there in 11th. Justin Hathaway there in 12th. Shane Billings there 13th. Jacob Moore there 14th. Brian Dickens 15th. Andy Patton 16th. Blake Christopherson there in 17th. 18th going to go. Oh, I guess that's it. There are 17 drivers here tonight. So that is your field. We will get with your winners now. Starting with 3rd place, I believe, Trevor DeRue. Yeah. DeRue, Watson, and Jonathan. Good evening here, Trevor. How's it going?
Good, you?
Going pretty good. Just trying to check on one thing here to see if we got audio from your end.
Hello, hello?
Yep, we got you. Good. All right. Last night, apparently, I missed the driver interviews, which is terrible.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
I was having conversations with myself.
Yeah.
So the broadcast, people only got half of the conversation. Great run there tonight here at Lucas Oil for that Full Throttle Motorsports 75T. Kind of take us through what you think of your night here tonight.
That was all right, man. I kind of threw it away there, trying to throw a slider on Brian. I had to get on the brakes real hard, and from stopped myself from hitting a tire, and felt like if I could have got out past him into the clean air, I maybe could have won it. I don't know. It's hard to say. Jonathan was pretty fast, but I felt really good. Definitely felt like one of the faster cars on the track. And once you get into clean air, who knows what can happen? But shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Made too many mistakes. After that, that mistake kept jumping the berm, and when you jump the berm, it just goes flat, and you just lose so much time. Did that a few times. Was able to regroup, come back and finish third. I mean, not it's not a win. It's not what I want, but we'll take a podium.
Well, I mean, Jonathan, he's going to be a tough one to beat this season, I think. I mean, he's come out here and really put down some laps these last 2 nights.
Yeah, he's good, man. He just said that he thought he sucked in the late models, then comes out here and wins, and said he's gonna come run more often. So yeah, I mean that's good. More competition is great for everybody, for the league, for all the drivers. So that's definitely what we want. And yeah.
Well, great job there, Trevor. You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting 3rd place tonight?
Yeah, just thank all the guys at FTM, everybody at Coast to Coast. Congrats to Jonathan on the win, Bart second. GG Drywall Services, Expert Installation, Dean Reynolds Super Dirt Car Series, Vertex Graphics for the new wrap. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you, Flieger, for broadcasting. Yeah, I think that's about it.
All righty. Well, congrats there, Trevor, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Thanks.
That's Trevor Guru. That your 3rd place finisher. Now we'll get with 2nd place finisher, William Watson. Good evening there, William. How's it going?
Good about you, bud.
It's going well. Kind of take us through, what was it like trying to chase Jonathan down tonight?
It was tough. Track was actually kind of racy, even with it being slick like it was. It was tough. I couldn't figure it out. I kept trying slider in 1 and 2, and then I tried top in 1 and 2, and then I couldn't tell if which one was faster. And then 3 and 4, I felt like the middle was the fastest. But then about after that last restart, about 2 or 3 laps after the last restart, I went top, and I was like, I should have been doing this for like 5 laps ago. Like, I started gaining ground. So I mean, it's all about finding the line. But he ran a great race there, and hats off to him. You know, he held his own. He said he didn't feel like he was too hot in these, and he won a race. So I mean, he needs to come around, stick around, and keep racing.
Well, do you think he did? I honestly think he did really well with that bottom line, because that seems to be a hard line to hit for driver.
Yeah, especially in these cars like the push when you go into the corner and stuff like that. You really got to throw it in there, and then but you also don't want to do that when it's slick down there because you'll overthrow it. So yes, the bottom is definitely a hard line to run, especially keeping momentum up. But he did a great job.
Well, you did a great job yourself here tonight, keeping it clean, keeping it out of the wall, and got yourself a 2nd place finish here tonight.
Yeah.
You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting that 2nd place finish tonight.
Yeah, as always, Team Net 8 FDM, Spawn Speed Shops, Depot Performance, ScriptPacks.com, Dan Dirt Car Series, Vortex Graphics for Wraps, Shaggy TV, and you for broadcasting as well.
Alrighty, great job there, William, and hopefully we'll see you back here, and this gives you a good start to the season.
Yeah, hopefully I can bring it back home.
We'll see how it plays out, and it's always tough here.
Oh yeah.
Have yourself a great night.
You too, bud.
All right, that was William Watson. Now we'll get with Jonathan. Good evening there, Jonathan. How's it going?
How's it going, Flieger?
Well, man, what a night of racing it was for you.
I can't tell you how I feel. It's my first win in coast to coast, and I am freaking ecstatic. And I'm definitely not the late model guy. I have been practicing But I definitely thought I had to win in the 358 or big block. But hey, I come to the the pros, and damn, I feel happy.
We did a great run here in the Pro Late model. I didn't see anybody hooking that bottom as well as you are.
I was in the TVR Discord over here, and I got my son, a couple other teammates, telling me what's going on, where to run, and they told me hug that bottom, so I just stuck with my gut and listened to them, and big shout out to those guys for spotting me. I appreciate it.
Well, they did a great job getting you around the track. I mean, getting that win here is not an easy feat at coast to coast.
It's definitely not. Those FTM guys. Dean Reynolds, his group, they are the boys. They are the guys to beat here, and my heart is definitely down south right now with a lot of joy.
Well, great job there for you, Jonathan, and hopefully this gets you turned into coming back weekly for the Pro Late model.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be back here, 100%.
Alrighty, congrats. You got sponsor shout outs, people you want to thank for getting that victory.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got to give a big shout out to Dean Reynolds, for even allowing me to come here and even racing with all these fast guys. And a shout out to everybody that races this league and helps put it on. But Stever's Garage, M&M Customs, Champions Racing, Phelps Cement Products, BizTech Bowling, Legends Racing, TVR Race Team, TFCRacing.com, JT Graphics, Ace Handyman, TVR Speed Shop, JC VGD, and Flieger. Thank you so much for broadcasting this.
My pleasure. And like I said, I think I might have talked to you last night too, but I can't remember.
Yes, sir, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the broadcast people only got half of that conversation.
Nah, it's okay. You still do great what you do. You and Shaggy.
Well, we made sure we had it fixed for tonight. That's why we always go back and watch so we know what we have to improve on.
That's right. We all make mistakes. I made a couple here tonight.
So great job there, Jonathan. Hopefully you have a great weekend, and we'll see you back next week, hopefully.
You too. Thank you. I will be here.
All right, that was Jonathan, your winner here tonight. Thank you all for coming out to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We're going to call it here tonight. Thanks again for everyone that came out to watch. And we'll be back next week with more Coast to Coast Racing Network action. If you're over at Fleeger Farm TV watching, Fleeger Farm TV will be live tomorrow night with SRA, bringing you some more oval action on a Friday night. This time, asphalt, as Friday night usually is here for Fleeger Farm TV. Thank you again, and have yourself a great night. Good night.